Hey boys, regular Eldritch pouring in. Sorry for the wait. Had to prepare some stuff. The second part of PC components is arriving later. They finally found the package they lost a few days ago. Good thing I didn't pay up front. So when that arrives, only the graphic card, which will be here next week, and I can assemble it. But I'll still be playing the first campaign on the old PC to compare performance with the second PC. So the new PC will be with Sigvald's campaign currently. That's gonna be the second campaign, currently requested by Didac Bro. If you guys want to see something else and you have Man of the Months, you can outbid him with 2 currently to request somebody else for the second campaign. So we got still the High Elves to check. It's been nearly 35 hours of reviewing. 35 hours. And I have to say I'm happy with what I've seen. But we'll see how it goes once we start playing the campaigns. Hey daughter. Just finishing your Dark Elf review, VOD, Power of Darkness. Hey Garclad. +1 control local province. Don't forget about Siege Tucker. Thank you, Cake. 5 years. Which graphic card did you get? 380 Ti. So let's check out the High Elves and then we'll start the first campaign. I did put the Moratis enter in the book, how she doesn't buff Demonettes while having that unit available. I think Cult of Pleasure building should provide faction-wide effects to the Demonettes, so you also give it incentive to build those buildings. I'm deciding myself on the first campaign. The second campaign can be requested. Third one is Greenskins Digital War Style campaign, and the fourth one can after that can also be requested. No problem, Bumblum. Soldier says, I feel like starting a new campaign of Vampire Counts. What do you recommend? Isabella, Manfred, or Gorst. But honestly, they're all good. Depending where you want to play. Kemmler had the least change, while the whole faction got slightly changed. But Isabella, Manfred, Gorst probably top picks. Manfred, Gorst got changed drastically, so maybe even for best for Hammer 3. So High Elves, the last one.
I am Tyrion.
We saved the best for last. Okay, let's see. 6 Legendary Lords. Let's see what the Elves have. Probably gonna be just starting locations, right? Because I don't think that they change much. The main change for the High Elves is they fixed the bug with the missile strength. The hidden modifier to reload times got removed, which means all units now reload slower, benefit less from stacking any reload time reduction like experience, battle skills, or technologies. Which means overall range has been nerfed, but it has been over the top apparently accordingly to a hidden modifier that took years for CA to discover and fix. Maybe if we had the insight in the hidden modifiers, this could have all been fixed in the first year of the game, not 5 years later. I always thought it was the ranking of the units that caused this issue, but it was a hidden modifier and then stacking further reload reduction on top of that, so made everything further even stronger. So let's check Tyrion. Tyrion leads Eatane. Go to starter High Elf faction. Diplomatic relation percent with High Elves. Have easy time with High Elves. I think this was higher in the Mortal Empires. Faster construction time for the Shrine of Cain because it's better climate for him. And fast recruitment for infantry and cavalry. So this is why Alon take 1 turn to recruit. He has upkeep reduction for spearmen, silver guard, rangers, archers, and silver helms in his army, and 3 ranks with Loten Sea Guard. But pretty much the same. Go to starter faction, you got a very strong fighter and very friendly snowball stuff with a little bit flavor. I think his upkeep might have been 50, but I think diplomatic relations was 20. Okay, let's see. Starts with Lothern. Okay, let's see how Lothern looks like. So, first faction to be decided. Second faction is currently Decadent Host with Sigval the Magnificent. Can be outbid for 2 men a month if somebody wants to see something else. Third faction is Greenskins, most likely Grimgor. This is Total War style campaign. I'm not sure how far we're gonna bring it. And the fourth one to be decided by me or requested. Oh, phone is ringing. Okay, I finished my call and still loading. PC guy called that the hardware is coming today.
Sons and daughters of Ulthuan, be ready to fight!
Yeah. Ulthuan looks better than ever, if you ask me. This coloring they did on the map, I think it's amazing in Mortal Empires. So you do see quite a bit of factions.
You may approach.
Speak.
It looks like they revoked the traits.
What would you have of me?
They did create some background relations for the start of the campaign instead of causing the traits to do. The traits might work initially, but keep in mind in Warhammer 2, the traits worked and then they stopped working, and then they worked on and off. So this might work for now, but it might break over time or stop working.
You need me?
Alarielle the Ever Queen.
Yeah. Basically, they don't really care about the rest of the world, because you know, they care about Ulthuan.
Protector of the Ever Queen. By the comet!
Gentleman Jenkins is here with rank 20.
I will listen, but my time is short.
Still no diplomacy with these guys, unfortunately. They need to put a little more work into these guys. There's no excuse keeping these guys like this. Rogue Army should have a mechanic where you pay them to go attack something. You should be able to hire them against people and stuff, you know.
What do you require?
So Tyrion now starts with a random mage. Could be heavens every time, but he used to start with a noble. I think Tyrion starting with a mage is great. Any mage you get is gonna be good. Life would be best, but any is gonna be good. Looks like the high elf traits are still here. Some of them might have changed. Yeah.
Ready for orders.
Oh, there's Tyrion, incredible fighter. 83 attack, 72 defense, and the High Elf Master is stronger than ever. This guy's supposed to be one of the top fighters in the world. Or warriors. Great warrior. He's not as legendary as Nakai yet. You know, Lizardmen after all, you know, they kind of immortal. I bet the High Elf's immortal. Maybe Nakai is... I don't know how old is Nakai compared to Tyrion. But he's getting there. Not as legendary as Nakai yet. So he gets a free mount now. Or the same. The left side to have easy time with the high elves. Still upkeep here, so the left side is still amazing. The right side still a lot of stuff for Tyrion. Percent speed, no? %10 speed. This one got changed, and this one got changed, I think. Can go really fast. Only the first one is faction wide. Is an easy thing to confuse. This one is very interesting. 15% speed for Tyrion. But all these are really even, like 15% speed. This one does nothing for Tyrion. 5 armor. Vanguard deployment. Physical resistance 3. 10 leadership, this is probably the worst one. So he gets 20 leadership and 85% base, which is ridiculous. 3 defense and 5 charge. So if you want to make Tyrion as great as possible, 15% speed might be even better than 3 physical resistance these days. He's already very fast on his horse and he has speed of a Saurian. It looks to me the speed of Saurian has less defense now but more speed. Still has this scrap here. Imagine being Tyrion and have indomitable shitty as this one is. And he starts with 85 base leadership. That's crazy base. It's like there's only a couple of characters in the entire game that have more leadership than Tyrion at the base. Find elites, that's the Tyrion unique one. I did put archers now on this one. There was a change also with the Dark Elves. So no, Tyrion is pretty great considering what you get for what 3 skill points. The usual adjustments here. Zayden lowered his missile strength than Tyrion Chariot. Every other unit got like 12 to 8% this on other factions. Even Illyrian and Reavers, look at this. They lowered Illyrian and Reavers to 8%, but not Missile Chariot. I don't know why they touch this pseudo-range units like Horse Archers or Missile Chariots, Missile Strength. They should have even higher Missile Strength buff, not lower. Oh, pretty much the same stuff, slightly just adjusted the stuff. Ellen's Scholar is now better than ever, especially playing a long campaign with a lot of items. Probably must get on any other lord. That's not Legend Lord. Tyrion looks like pretty much more the same. Starts with... doesn't start with a chariot anymore. Didn't he start with the Italmar chariot? He started with a rank 3 Loden Sigurd. That's a nice touch. I remembered his recruit rank for Loden Sigurd plus 3. There's like other 50 things in the game that have ranks, but they don't start with the high rank units. Like heroes, for example. Kinda sucks he doesn't have Italmar chariots anymore. It was a pretty cool starting unit.
Tyrion, heir of an Aryan.
This province is still the same.
Assyrian guides our hands.
Garrison-wise, this garrison has been destroyed, annihilated. Tier 5 is okay. Like, considering they're testing a new garrison system with the units. But Lawton used to have amazing garrison, like a lot of unique cities, but they went with a more balanced approach to building garrisons. We have to see how it goes. I don't really mind that. I don't mind it, but I'll still comment that the garrison got destroyed compared to what it was. Changing the garrisons on unique cities might have unintended changes or changes that are intended, so the AI behavior regarding big cities changes. Because I'm pretty sure there's a line of code somewhere that makes the AI ignore large cities unless they have a ridiculous military, which means they will not invade at all. This might be might not even be intentional thing, but it might make things a little bit different regarding that. But they did this at the same time they made the AI more passive. Maybe because they wanted to balance garrison, maybe because they made them passive. It could be a lot of stuff. Well, the Lawton port provides garrison. I wonder if it's like this in minor settlements as well.
Shield against the darkness.
Shrine is not in ruins, huh?
Sunfang hungers.
Death stalks our streets.
Shield of Alarielle.
Oh wow. That's a nice touch, well done. The port provides garrisons. The elf basic garrison is one of the worst in the game. The reviews came and I did. Check the highlights or YouTube later. Tomkins also provide garrison? No, no. This is the first one I see that provides garrison. Well, this looks like a really bad garrisons for the High Elves. I guess they want you to use more emergency troops before. It's not like we haven't used them in the past. Having strong garrison does change things around. I still like the option to have a second garrison building, right?
Champion of the Ever Queen.
The troops are good, but the garrisons are pretty weak. Oh, we'll see how it goes, how this change things, but knows what they were doing with that. Oh, nice! They increased the upkeep on Sis to Alarielle from 212 to 75. That's at least they remembered that. Lot and Sigard are cheaper, while the Sis Alarielle costs more. It's not a lot more, but you know, it's the right thing to do. 275 for Seasonal Avalon, finally, you know, more proper upkeep values. Probably make them even more expensive, close to Phoenix Guard. Kinda crazy to think this is a tier 5 garrison. But they changed things all around. You think at least there will be some heavy infantry in the city. Or more spearmen. Having a Flint-Inspired Phoenix is interesting, but 6 units on tier 5. Could have kept a couple of spearmen on this building as well. The city is gonna be massive, and not having a couple of extra units make the difference. How are you gonna cover a massive wall in some of the cities, right? There's no reason not to provide like 2 additional spearmen on top of this, right? Exactly 20 units if you have everything. Five, 9, 12, 14, 20. Got the Tower of the Mages is 21. These buildings are not really that important anymore. Wonder if they changed the garrisons because everybody was always building the walls, and you know they're like, guys, everybody's building the walls. We need to do something about that. Imagine trying to protect all your cities. This is cool. When high elves have max control, you get additional 150. The city will have max control. Soon as well. 100, it's not a small amount, but still. High elves do get more bonuses for control, right? Unless they modify that as well. Not much changes here other than the garrison and control income. Our close slider will tell you this. Huh? So income from all buildings for 20% is still here. And there is no more tax rate, now it's income. Tax rate is removed. It's called now collect income, and it does not get scaled on top of with tax. Tax doesn't exist anymore.
Yes.
So tech still have nothing on it. Nothing on it, nothing on it, nothing on it, nothing on it. Entrepreneur, let's see. So entrepreneur on hero is gone. Cost 60. It's more like a 15 influence trade, but they didn't change the influence cost. Oh, this is dog shit now. It's not even in the local province, it's only in the local region, and it costs 60 influence. Well, it will still make more money than it costs. It takes a slot on a hero, right? It's kind of stupid that they didn't check change the influence stuff. I think entrepreneur should just give you like a small increase to entertainment and industry, maybe like 1% faction wide. Generate a little bit money and you still use them in the armies. Hero might still have the old entrepreneur arm. Administrator is 15-20. It looks like it lowered a bit as well. Having one administrator to hire to queue construction, having a couple of them to queue where you need tier 3 and higher, it's pretty cool. It's like Dwarven Grangi stuff. I like stuff like this. You have to pay 6 influence for it. She shows up, queue buildings, and she leaves. It's cool stuff. They added a new resource, but they didn't add any new technologies for it. It'd be cool if they add all the resource technologies here, just add a couple more down here. Remaining resources. Yeah, Mart Emperor is the same. This is looks like all the same. At first glance, they should make these technologies don't have anything on them. And do something. Like, it should be something here. Maybe like 1% replenishment, 3% replenishment, 3% replenishment, 4% replenishment, you know, stuff like this. Trade advancement could be trade bonus like 5%. And culture advancement could be control +1. That's like at a glimpse. They could add the remaining resources here, gold, tusks, dwarf beer. There's no reason the remaining resources don't exist. This is what we can see here for Tyrion. Sim looks like a go-to star for the new high elf players.
High Elven Archmage.
Archmages look still too good. Ah, Winds of Magic Power, Reserve Capacity plus 10 for the Lord's Army. They didn't forget this one, but they forgot nearly everybody else. Student of Teclis strikes again. Historical Depletion Nagarond, more capacity for Hero School and 10 Hero Granite School. That's fun of a long campaign. Let's see if we can get a trade agreement.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Everqueen, child of Isha. What? Yes.
Defender of the Everqueen.
We actually see everything here. Was Alarielle as well?
What requests would you make of the Phoenix King? Wise indeed.
Oh, we still get vision for trade agreements. Did they send that in patch notes? They changed that. Apparently they didn't change it.
Magic in purest form.
Okay, Dragon Arvanarian, still amazing. Set bonus, the Allegiance stuff. Sunfang, still good. Has the ability which helps Tyrion to do some more damage. And Heart of Avalorn. A little bit worse now because it's spell resistance, no longer magic resistance, but still, whatever. If Tyrion gets better stuff, it's okay. Looks like for Tyrion, still looks good for you know, go to some fun with Tyrion and the new players. Which faction would you say got the worst nerfs? Well, I can't say right now, but no doubt people will say Dark Elves. I like to see Dark Elves got a more balanced, interesting slay mechanic instead of the boring, ridiculous money one. I honestly look at Dark Elves are way more interesting now than they used to be.
Summon the Elector Counts. We can achieve much together.
Teclis. Oh god. Winds of Magic Power Reserve change plus 30% when increasing. This is a faction that has channeling. And I need to fix this all around. Well, there's definitely room for this stat if it's assigned properly. Not CA, not 2%, not 5%, not 10%, but in the values of 40 to 100%. There's definitely room for these stats. But most of these stats that got from Warhammer 2 into Warhammer 3, especially like Teclis, should be just flat power. Maybe not 30, but power nonetheless. Power reserve, max power reserve. Well, anything that increases Winds of Magic Power reserve change when increasing should be at least 20% minimal on the buff. Because it's 5 and 10 now. 20% of 5 will give you 6, 10% on 10 will give you 12. And not the value they translated from Warhammer 2, which make no sense. Other, if they want to keep, don't want to keep this stat, they could also just give you. This could also, you know, say something like Winds of Magic Power Reserve plus 3 per turn. Not when increasing. It's odd they translated this in a weird, shitty way when the channeling stance exists in the game. That is the most bizarre shit. The channeling stance is just super convenient and makes anything like this look terrible. So we'll take this guy diplomacy going with Man High Elves with Elves and Dwarves. Allied hero recruitment cost minus 50%. Higher ranks of Lord Masters, Mages, and Archmages. That's cool. And cheap recruitment for the Sword Masters and the Phoenix units. He starts here. I'm not sure if this is gonna be his permanent location. They said they are looking into moving some lords around. Recruit costs on the upkeep on the faction effects is kind of stupid. They want to put the recruit costs on Legionary Lord faction effect or Lord effect. They should at least make it some ridiculous amount, like over 60%, if not free. Hey, you know.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
I was in the store today, and song on the speakers that was playing was Tina Turner Beyond Thunderdome soundtrack. That's where the Thunderdome got its name. Third Mad Max movie, which was weird all over the place, but I really enjoyed it when I was a kid. I did rewatch it recently. Such a weird, you know, she made a soundtrack, but she's kind of playing the villain in the movie. Reminded me of the Southlands when the music was going.
My powers are needed here.
Definitely another hero here.
My infinite knowledge is yours.
Goddamn lore masters.
Scython.
Ah, Teclis, the miracle worker. Scroll of Hoard, huh? Looks like shit ability, and but 20% cooldown that all spells is nice. So they badly translated Teclis, like really badly. Plus 30%, plus 18%, plus 18%. No power, no power, no power, no power, no power, no power, no power. And it has a unique channeling stance. Well done, see, yeah, you have undone yourselves. Like, who the fuck was even doing this? I don't even know who Teclis is. You know who this is? You have any fucking idea? They said they're gonna fix this. Was this always a great reward? I don't think this was 10% ward save before. It was? Okay. I must be just misremembering. 15 power here. Another 5 power there. Still doesn't start with Arkan Conde though. Honestly, Teclis should just start with a greater Arkan Conde, then they should be something else or removed. Oh, looks like other than his items and his main trait, it's still Teclis. At least he gets 20% power reserve when wearing all the items. Teclis gotta be still one of the craziest characters in the game. Like Morat is not that far though. Minor settlements. Oh, if you're gonna get it.
What do you seek? Going. Giran protect you. They may have refuge.
Zotrix Trail. I do like this coast of Lastria. Like very close to the last defense. We can work with Lisbon, right?
Master of the White Tower.
Yeah, he gained more power. Oh, the start of the campaign, Teclis has good relations with class defenders. Also, it looks like Teclis and Krogar are bros in Southlands, at least. Wonder if you can recruit Lisbon Blessed units through allied recruitment. Temple Avenue goal. So he's dealing with Skaven on this side, and Krogar is dealing from Skaven on this side. Okay. I like this location for both Teclis and Krogar. I wonder where they could move him if they said they could move him. I think this is fine for Teclis.
A darkness is spreading.
So basically just a starting location here.
High Lawmaster.
His main trait and items should provide more power. They said they're gonna fix that. High Elves and Teclis have no use from them. This is can only be useful to factions, so they forgot to put channeling. And unless they change channeling, that's a useless start. Suitable temperate island, savanna, and jungle. Unpleasant temperate, mountain, magical forest, frozen, and uninhabitable desert and wasteland. I don't know what they're gonna do with Teclis, but I like kind of like this location for Teclis.
In the name of Magnus.
I look like they updated the climates for them, their gameplay logic. They're maybe trying to push in a different way.
I am Tyrion, heir of Anarion.
This world needs me.
So we got Alarielle, she's also an Ultron. Her flavor with the forest spirits. Still buff for Sister Allon. It's a little bit confusing, her really. They give you a Sister Allon and Sister Allon buff, but the way she's built and with her flavor is more suited for a melee army than our army of Sister Allon. I can still have a couple of Sister Allon to, you know, shoot the units that want to go in melee. I play Alarielle in the future, I'll definitely focus more on her healing and more melee stuff on her. With minimal range. Yeah, there's nobody really on the southern wastelands, right? So I guess Oxyotl might just take everything himself.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Alarielle the Everqueen.
And she's so radiant. Makes you wonder where the glow is coming from. Looks like her knees are glowing. So this Chaos on Ulton at the very start. So her start got much tougher with this debuff form. Looks like we're just more of the same here. Our Winds of Magic are also fucked. Might have fixed her capital. Back to being 8 slot. Her capital got kind of bugged with being a magical forest and being a wood elf land. So doing way cooler if this was a tier 1, 2 and 3. Or just a tier 3 building. Starts with no aggression with Tyrion, huh?
defender of the Tyrion. I am the defender of Ulthuan. Choose your words carefully. Ulthuan's if what you seek is for the Alarielle, I will hear your words, but I'm at your I am the defender of Tyrion, sons of Ulthuan. What brings you here? I am the heir of Anarion. Now that you are here, I will hear your at your service.
Let's hear it. Your presence here is like the coming of a plague.
Alarielle the Radiant, coming of the plague.
Tyrion.
Loyal, you abandon tradition and come crawling back here. Give the word. You are no friend of the Asur of Ulthuan.
Harriet is a known Slanesh worshipper, guys. It's been confirmed.
Alarielle's.
What would you have? My guards stand ready. Choose your words with care.
She has a non-aggression pact with Zeus of Slanesh. Wonder what Nakari promised her.
At your
I do enjoy watching the debasement of others. Please grovel.
See, guys, Slanesh influence confirmed.
Tyrion.
Well, basically, different starting lord in a little bit tougher spot than Tyrion. On a lot more tougher spot than Tyrion. By having Nakari here in combo with these guys, they made the Alarielle start much tougher.
Alarielle the Radiant.
Or save one control arm. This one feels like lackluster, but at least the ability is okay in some situations. But, they nerfed the garrisons everywhere, even in the forts.
As I hold Gal Maraz, I am ready.
Not yet, Carl, not yet.
I am to serve the Shadow King.
So, Litanar is right above Ulthuan, and he used to be like down here. I don't think they're gonna keep him here. Who knows where he's gonna stay though. He makes sense in Nagarod, but yeah. This guy wants to go immediately against Dark Elves as a flavor with that. I don't know where they could move Alitanar, maybe closer to the White Dwarf. They could work together against Malekith. Crooked Moon, when somebody time out Big Bad Russian. Oh, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. They can work together against Malekith, and then the White Dwarf will come for him after. Out another Horde faction, that could be interesting. Looks like these are still here. What the? These rewards are still great, huh?
Foolish request.
Alifana.
He still starts a Moondragon, so that's good. This unit got way worse with the change to range, though. I think with these changes they did, it's fine to make the Shadow Walkers a better reload. Because this is another blanket change which will fuck up some units. And I think the Shadow Walkers will be one of them. Shadow Walkers should have way better reload time. There are 60 elite warriors. So Shadow Walkers should probably have a reload time of probably 9 seconds on the base. This fix they did with range kind of fucks up units like Shadow Walkers. There's no reason for Shadow Walkers not to have better reload times. This is elite warriors. Well, he's still range, he still has that good item. Campaign moon range plus 8% after winning a battle. I like that putting a rampage all around the place. Why the Garrisons can have this? Oh man, why didn't give this to Grimgur? %8 is a small amount though. It's like pretty much the same stuff here. Also, Elves' talking stance is still OP. These guys can have incredible ambush stuff. And he does have the stalking icon on unlike the other guys. This guy's faction is crazy because of the stalking stance. And Alarielle personally has some of the highest ambush chance in the game. So it's always gonna be a unique thing. I don't know, I find this position odd. Especially with that he starts with a capital.
Join our bloody
This is 3 regions with no resource. There's another province here. Looks like no, one resource. Nothing here though. Kinda crazy you can have 5 regions like this, not a single resource. Maybe the icons are missing.
hunt.
Why else with the stalking stance are insane, and I don't know why they don't give this to Crooked Moon. Can you imagine they give high yellow stalking stance but not the Crooked Moon? I think Orion should have stalking stance as well.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
I think Crooked Moon and Taliesin should have stalking stance. I don't know how this is gonna be. The Shadow Walkers look pretty poor now with 60 and bad reload. These are elite warriors and they look like they're gonna be reloading crossbows. They should lower the reload time on Shadow Warriors specifically. Blocking changes ruining runs like this. These guys are not ridiculously strong, but their number means they need to be exceptional at what they do. Yeah, but 11 seconds for such a unit, only 60 guys is not good enough.
I am Prince and Emperor.
That's one case where reload should be better. There's 60 guys.
We must preserve
Our future depends
El
upon...
Tyrion. See how he starts. It's like pretty much the same here. It's a simple change, just lower their base reload by 2 seconds. What's so complicated by that? They can adjust specific unit stats. Blanket changes are not good for the game. One thing is being a footman archer in a high elf army, another thing is being a shadow walker. Shouldn't have the same reload times. Just makes no sense. I mean, Sisters of Avalon have better base reload time than shadow walkers. It's just nonsense.
Prince Elthari.
Oh, a little bit different here, huh? He does have slightly more money at the start now, right? Why is this tier 5? Surely they would have been better suited on tier 4. Wonder if the hell this is still bugged. So, Northern Everest have 2 regions, and Southern Everest have 3 regions. Does this mean Grom is in Bretonia as well?
Protector of Ultron.
Doesn't get a hero anymore. So Ultron has Orcs and Akari now, and Tyrion is going into Badlands. And even for the short campaign you need place on Ultron. Tier 5. Nothing to do with the greenskins at all.
Duty is purpose.
Didn't he have a Phoenix? Remove the Phoenix. I mean, removing tier 5 is fine. High magic item, control global recruitment. No power. Still looks like the same. like his health is odd on this thing. This is Itlmar Steed. Look at this. From 4300 to 4900. And he gets a Griffon, and it barely gets 1000 health. I like his character, is really cool. But his early game is weirding me out. Pretty much the same shit here. He's okay because you don't need to get battle skills, so at least there's an exemption.
No glory, only service. Tor Ivres demands our sacrifice. This is our sworn duty.
They are under my protection.
Avenge Tor Ivres! Failure!
So it looks like you take this place and then you disband this army. Maybe you recruit this one and the guy does something else. Aren't these guys supposed to be like the strongest faction at the start? Rank 3. Can I recruit here and there?
You may approach.
Take about 7 turns to get back. I should give this faction some kind of event at the start of the game what lowers the upkeep for 10 turns. It's like I feel like a huge oversight with stuff like this. Dealing with invaders, even more trouble, and he's on an invasion with no economy, no event for the invasion. Why not just create some kind of event for invasion where it lowers the... makes Eltarian upkeep free for, I don't know, 10 turns? So you can at least sort this out and Eltarian keep doing his thing. But they don't give any events here. They get an event after taking the Orc settlement, someone said. Oh. Well, I finally remembered then.
They cannot live. We must avenge the fallen. Waystone maintenance is expensive.
If you want to make control, it doesn't do anything. You still have to just let it go, and their objective is to keep it. What happens with the faction there? Tyrion gets it, huh? Our objective is to have it tier 5. I'm leaking brain matter through my ears. Fucking hell, this is such a cool lord, man. Why does it have to be such a shit campaign at the start?
Sigmar's will.
I fight for the
Dragonfire.
And Imrik. Imrik looks like sort of the same position. Fifteen movement range on him, huh? And what Looper says, Tyrion is invading the Badlands while Grom is preparing invasion on Ulton in Bretonia. Just think about it for a second. Well, now they're gonna adjust these things. I think you should get 25,000 for. You should just lower the upkeep and recruitment costs to actually maintain both, not give up your home and you need it for the objective. Like what the hell? Like his home is overrun by greenskins, but he's in the Badlands. How can people not understand how terrible that is? And Ulton must come first. That is giving me such brain damage. His home is overrun by greenskins, and he is in the Badlands. Who cares about Ulton? Let's go take the Wasteland. The Wasteland. Elich, you know, it's a gameplay, you know, different players to play High Elves. It makes no sense. Don't tell me to play the game differently. I played 300 campaigns, man. What the fuck? That is such a brain damage.
Imbric.
I hear the Kadaif.
The Dragon Prince is born for heat. This will be masterful.
What? There's a lance with a pointy end here, and he has a halberd here. Kinda cool the High Elf has halberd. On foot he has a halberd. Interesting. I never knew that. What the Pepegas to put him on a foot? God damn. Is this finally fixed? Please tell me this is finally fixed. It's not just bugged with him.
Glory awaits.
His base health is 9600. Any other new PC parts? They found the second shipment and it's coming today. I'm just waiting for the GPU now. I'm not gonna be using it until the second campaign anyways, but I'll be assembled before. Either North says, I'm struggling every time I play this game. I have a good start, I think, and then suddenly the whole world declares war on me and I can't keep up with all the attacks anymore, like turn 30, 40 or something. That seems to be a common problem with things. Is it possible that as you get from the easy early game that's usually on a possibly lower difficulty as well, you get too comfortable in just speed up too many turns, and you know, you think you speed up through you going through the game regularly, but too much has happened because you just went through several turns in a short time. Take a look at the diplomatic situation, who is around you, and try to make goals. And don't skip too many turns without doing anything. At least do some plans. Sometimes it's nice to build up, but if you're building up 1 or 2 provinces for 50 turns, that's horrible. That might work on the lowest difficulty. But as you increase the difficulty if you keep 2 provinces for 50 turns, you're going to create a lot of problems. The longer you take without expanding, the harder it will get. But also keep an eye on diplomacy, what is going around you. Make friends and don't start too many wars. Eventually ally with people. Play on a very low difficulty until you get a handle on things and get comfortable with everything. It's a lot to take in.
Calador wakes.
Vigor loss reduction is 30% on army. Vigor loss reduction minus 50% for Dragon Prince and Dragon units. This guy is crazy good. He does get stronger with his objective. He's a free seal lord and even has a mechanic. And he gets a Star Dragon, like the most powerful dragon in the Warhammer universe. And the best thing about this guy is you can create an army with a lot of dragon princes and dragons, and it is a totally different way to play the elves. Like, I think last time we played this guy, we had an army of a lot of dragon princes. And they just swept through the battlefield, destroyed everything every time. Now that the sieges are more common, hard to say how this is gonna work. But dragons should be very good in sieges, right?
Son of the Phoenix. Inconceivable. The last Phoenix. These fools have no chance.
See if this place is still the same. What is the landmark here? It's Darkhold. Huh. So both landmarks are no longer in the same province. The Dragon Prince landmark is here. I'll be a little bit trickier in this area without another army. There's no more Clan Ash nearby, but there is Clan Morse nearby. So his good landmark is in Darkhold.
Mage of Ulthuan.
This is definitely a different way to play things. But still, Ulthuan is a thing, right? Maybe they improve some kind of event there. Calder might not survive the event, right? Objective: destroy Clan Rictus and Poxmax of Nurgle. So they remember about his objective, but didn't remember about the Tyrions. And the second one looks like standard High Elves. Clan Nation is no longer here, but there is Clan Morse and Clan Rictus.
Listening.
Prince of Caledor.
He does have more movement than most lords, so at least there is that.
Spellcaster.
There is that.
Caledor's champion. The dragon shall wake.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
Crown Prince.
Charge bonus plus 5% for Lord's army. It works on him, but doesn't work on the army. These units are buffed with charge anyways. Okay.
Greatest of the dragon princes. You may look upon me. Dragon Prince.
That was my jumpers here. They moved the second landmark to another province. Quest for Confederating Caledor. 6 elements.
The Oath Keeper.
So this updates on him immediately, but not on the army. It might be working, but in battle, but not on the campaign map. Forest of War does have a landmark, garrison and income. And still green vampiric corruption. The vampiric corruption doesn't do anything anymore because how the corruption has been reworked. It would actually be 25% here if you actually build it without any other things. So for example, this place is giving -2 corruption, and this is giving 1 corruption, so it doesn't do anything, so that could as well be 0. That vampiric corruption doesn't do anything. If it's +10, it would actually matter in the new system. +10 might be closer to 1 what it used to be. I guess 5 to 10 would make sense if they want to have the flavor on the corruption on it. As a negative, you know. But 1 is nothing. Might as well be 0. So, Imrik looking cool here. No doubt somebody's gonna request Imrik in the future. But that's it. We are not gonna be doing Imrik here. Oh, we checked everything, boys. That was the High Elves was last.